Welcome to your first ever live from outside the waiting room. Welcome. So I got like 20 something minutes. So I got like 20 something minutes and before this all starts. What I hope doesn't happen is I don't want a continuance, seeing as I'm not in that state. I want to go ahead and get this over with. Good morning to everybody. Since I have the whole clip, and it wouldn't do anyone any justice to continue on. You understand me? Have about 33 minutes. I find this odd, as I was thinking about it before not coming live, but as I was doing my grocery shopping. I find it odd that someone would not have sufficient recordings to go forward in anything. Who could that be? I don't know. Not important. As I'm sitting here waiting with my lovely camera on and my audio off, and you're like, some of you like, I know what's going on this morning, and you like, this live? What's happening? And you like, this live? Well, I mean, yeah. And I know for someone else and their party and their posse, I know they're not prepared. Like
and your sister.
Not prepared. You can hear it's really loud, right? Loud. I know, like, I wouldn't do this. Like, you couldn't catch me walking in front of people to present something that was false or not about you. Like, to make something about you that has nothing to do with you, like, it's wild. So if you know how dinner parties work with heads of states, just imagining it happens in the morning time, and instead of you getting fed, someone is bringing you to the head of state to answer for things that are not true, and you have to present yourself to the head of state and be like, hey, sir, of this wonderful courtyard where this wonderful party's being thrown at, and there are other people at the party as well to present their statements as well to the head of the state party. I got 29 minutes, supposedly, allegedly. And as people are at the party to present, you know, and they find out that somebody presented a false meal, it wasn't really clam chowder that they were giving. They were actually serving up maggots, then that's for them to deal with the head of state with. I could never put myself in front of the head of state with not a full plate and try to present without a full plate, including dessert, on why I should be granted lordship. That makes sense. So if you like, I'm like with you right now, but like I'm not with you, cause like I'm gonna have to go right when the time when time comes in a few minutes. I'm gonna have to go to answer to the state of the party. And I'm gonna have to let someone present, and then I get to present a full meal. You know what I mean? So right now, what's the party before the party? You're kind of at the pre-party, but you can't go into the party. So you're at the party, you know I can go in, but you're not going into the party. You are on the outside. And a rare occasion right here, this is a historic moment. You have never been able to actively tailgate before the party. And then there's the after party, where you get to find out what happens. And someone could take up the mantle once I go into the party to have speculatory party games. Question and answer, speculations, you know, all the norms, I'd say. So, as this is being presented historically as a metaphorical being for YouTube, which I will decode. Yeah, pre-gaming, which I will decode after. But right now, due to how I know that things can be twisted, I have to speak in a manner that's malevolent to anyone besides myself, because right now all I'm doing is just making a video for YouTube. Hey YouTubers. And I'm just using TikTok to make a video for YouTube talking about high order parties that happen with sweet cakes and wonderful hors d'oeuvres and meats that happen at these parties. No, there is no link. Everyone gets checked at the door. So you wouldn't be allowed in unless your name is on the list. You would get kicked out the party if your name is not on the list. Yeah, charcuterie boards and stuff. So you can't be in the party unless your name is on the list. My name's on the list. You know what I mean? So, let's see, I got about, I think 25 minutes. 25 minutes. What's crazy is, I'm on time. Ain't that wild? I'm an hour and 30 minutes ahead of schedule. Hey now. It ain't many places I'm on time to. 24 minutes left, supposedly. Ain't many places I'm on time to. I just wonder, when you go into these parties, in a physical sense, there are like bodyguards there and stuff. And I just wonder if, like, as other guests start getting their pamphlets back, to look at their pamphlets, to scroll through their pamphlets, I just wonder how many are sitting outside as well, looking at this, knowing they're going into the party. And like, really though? I wonder, like, as production ensues, I've wondered when they got the pamphlet back, as all the jewels came off, because you can't have jewels going in. They have to make sure they test your jewels to make sure they are authentic metals. And as the metals are given back and given the pamphlet back for this very high society party, and the notification goes off in the pamphlet. Why would he be talking at the pregame as there's a party one must attend? Does this mean this is a win? Is this person at the party? Are they at the party? Or am I just at the party by myself? I wish I was above the rule of law. But I can't show anything. I can't show anything. I've been censored. I can't show anything. Oh, I know. I saw last night. I had a friend ask me about that. See what the price was. And yeah, $2,900. As one sits after getting their medals back and seeing the notification, he's here, but is he there? One could only ponder. Oh yeah, Mayor. Why I remember, because you know I forget. All last week they kept going, who to interview? Like, I fucking forgot. So why I remember? Could you please let me know when you are feeling better to have the interview? Because I had forgot, and they kept going, aren't you supposed to have an interview? And I'm like, yeah, what? Fucking forgot. And I couldn't remember, and it hit me. And I'm like, okay, when I see her, I'm gonna ask her, can we schedule an interview time for how do I say this without saying, for whatever you may know. All right. That's how I'm saying. I got 20 minutes left. So, okay. Thank you. What I do know is what I put out in the news later, as far as the news goes. So the House came up with a plan that they are going to gut some stuff. And we'll talk about this later. as more Fed workers are experiencing a crackdown on themselves being fired, as well as 75,000 Fed workers now looking for employment in the public and private sector. And also, which I found devastating, I don't know if I could say this. I don't know if I could talk about Musk at all, or his company. Someone's company got a $400 million subsidy from the US government to produce a certain type of vehicle that is electric. As their stock was tanking, they have now received $400 million to produce an electric type something that I'm going to be careful about what I say. No, this was not under a past president. This was under the current president that this was approved. I don't know how you got the two confused. That person is no longer in office, but the current person is. And also, that person's son told the sitting Trump to shut up. I have video of that. Yeah, electric type though. Electric. Yeah, it was real. That video was real. And as in deep discussion, it made me think, no, he said several things. There's some things that you can't avoid that are not AI. But him saying that to that person means that he heard that. He heard that in person. He heard somebody in his family say that to that person. Yeah, that part too. As much as you would like it be to the reporter, he looked him square in the eyes and said that. He wasn't looking this way. He was looking this way. He was looking right at him. I know we like to stick our heads in the sand, and I can see the disillusion and disarray, and you not wanting to admit to yourself that you heard what you said, but I'm here for the truth and to remind you, you did hear what you heard, and you did see him say it directly to him while wiping a booger on the desk. Mag, you ain't gonna make it. Megs, you ain't gonna make it. I got the video, so you're not gonna come in here and be like, no, it was somebody else. You go somewhere else and tell them that. Here, we saw what we saw. Okay? Here, we saw what we saw. Ain't no getting, I got 15 minutes left. And ain't no getting away from that. Now, to talk about it in depth and have a brain, listen, Maze, it's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. You take that disillusion somewhere else. We heard what we heard. We saw what we saw. And anything that you're trying to say to make it right or make it like it didn't happen, you are going to have to go take that somewhere else. That happened in front of your paid for media. I'm not going to let it go. Okay? Not disagreeing to disagree. You can disagree yourself up out of here. Exit left. Don't argue with me. Okay? I can't have anyone in the box yet in case I get told that I'm available. I'm gonna have to end this and come back. So I can't have anybody in the box due to the fact of I cannot get in trouble with whatever is going on over here. Cannot get in trouble So until I come back, when I come back now, boxes will be open. But right now, I'm waiting like anybody would for an appointment. And as I'm waiting, no dress up needed. No dress up needed. I'm waiting just like anyone would, and for a doctor's appointment. And if the most prestige doctor that does not do operations, if the doctor that does only written, if the doctor who went to school not to operate on you surgically but through written work comes through, then I have to go. Okay, there we go. There we go. I had forgotten to say that was tough. All right. I'm at the 13-minute mark, still waiting. No dress up for me. No dress up for me. I'll dress up other places, but no. No, not, no. Yes, you can. You can wear that. Somebody catch Too Tall up. If you want to dance, you can dance. You can dance as well. Back to what we heard. What we heard, actually, I believe I have the clip. Let me just scroll up here. I have it. I want you to shush.
Prices from one year to the next are the same, and their prices from one year to the next are the same.
Can you hear that?
And their prices from one year to the next are the same, and their prices from one year to the next are the same.
They actually made eye contact. They actually made eye contact. They made eye contact. I have another one as well.
From one year to the next are the same, and they're.
That one was when they said that I want you to shush was also I want you to shut your effing mouth, but they have it down to I want you to shush, which is wild. Only thing I could think of is who has said that to him in front of him, for him to say that to him, directly making eye contact with the man behind the chestnut desk is what I was getting. Who said that in front of him? The safety dance? And it making me think too as well. I got 10 minutes left. Hopefully I get started here soon. Not here, but wherever I'm at. It made me come to the conclusion of there's a documentary talking about how a certain someone with a T name who's currently in office at some point was so bankrupt by the banks that basically they couldn't afford to like have him in debt to the point where they had him living in hotels, basically being being a billboard for till they got their money back. So I was wondering, did the banks pass off that debt to a certain tech entrepreneur? And since he ended up buying said individual, which is wild to me that people can buy people. That's still a wild concept. The bank can sell you. How do you know? Look up your first and last name. I guess that's the best bet to see if you have a ticket. I mean, I guess if you're in so much debt, the banks can sell yourself and your debt to somebody. But to have taken that from I got. Can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. I can't educate y'all on that. Nah, I can't educate y'all on that. I can't talk about that. That is one of those things like reading history books. If you know, you know. I can't tell you about it, obviously. And I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say nothing. No, this is the wild part. I don't think I said anything. I mean, I think they caught on to what I was saying. I don't think the financial institutions want me saying anything, but I don't think it was the background. It's when it definitely started happening when I started talking about financial places. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I think it's the name as well. Like I some things I ain't supposed to be talking about. For those of you who are well read and watch documentaries and know what I was talking about, then obviously it's true. Probably so, Texas. But obviously everything else I was saying must be on point. I didn't necessarily believe it. Most documentaries I just kind of get for information, but I didn't believe it. But obviously they know it's true. So thanks for helping me understand what buying power is. That's crazy. Or fake money. I probably can't even say that. Money that only means something because now I got 6 minutes. They say it. I can't tell you the time. That's 6 minutes. I can't tell you something about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. That was the institution that did that to me, though. Money only means something because we all YouTube and to the app and apparatus that are used here that includes Monster, Casper's, Jamie, Toughest Flowers, Zoe, TikTok Snark, Holly Mae, Brittany, Broken Creon, Christina, the Toughest Flowers, Mittens, Nerdy Nike, Amber, TikTok Street Snarks, Tiger Lily, Jocelyn, Isaac, High Ravioli, Andrea, Queenie, Daisy Jizzles, Benjo on my knee, Brown Eyes, Peppa, Mandy, Too Tall, Wifey to Wifey, One at a Time, Debbie and Jamie. The app that I'm using, that all the names I just said, YouTube, are wonderful people, and the names that I did not name, I hope to name in a later roll call as well for you, YouTube. But if you come across these individuals, they are wonderful people. Wonderful, wonderful people. And I just wanted to say to you, the institution that we are living in currently, YouTube, is only an institution by idea. And this is definitely to YouTube, not to any other app. Just get on my high-mindedness stuff. YouTube, it only makes sense when, if we all start believing that Doritos nacho chips, depending on the size, if it's just a corner, that can equate to a penny. The whole chip can equate to $50, and 5 of these chips can to $100. If we all start believing in this notion, then we can start getting into chip theorizing, as well as Lay's sour cream and onion being worth the equivalent of $5. With that being said, we could also get into the business of equating Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups and M&Ms to the amount of coins, being able to trade amongst ourselves these things. So money in an institution only means something when we all agree that it means something. There we go. Got it out. Got it out my system. God. Yes, 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. What shall occur? What shall occur before I get out of here? Definitely gonna. I'm not gonna tell you anything. Definitely gonna let you listen. Definitely gonna let you listen. And definitely no vote off the island. I don't think I need luck. Based on the party's menu. Based on the party's menu. All is good based on the party's menu. Now, I do concur that there is a vote that needs to be taken today. We didn't get to it yesterday due to the fact of that was a lot. That was a lot yesterday. And I believe it is later today is in the best interest of the Islanders to take a vote and to make sure the space is good. To make sure it's good. I didn't know so many rough, ragged, triumphant things go on this app that I do a great job of avoiding. The things that were said about multiple women and their children is wild. Painting ourselves as innocent, and nobody here, I'm talking about those people that came in here yesterday, painting themselves as innocent when they have been involved in multiple things is wild to me. My time's up. Hopefully somebody comes and lets me know. Right now, I'm waiting. I'm in the waiting room. Yes, yesterday is on YouTube. I think I gotta upload it in time as well. Okay, I'm on time. It is now 1 minute. How many people you think? How many people? I know, right? That's wild. What video? I'm chill, yo. I'm good, yo. Don't do that. I'm good, yo. I'm good. Like maybe when it's all said and done, I'll read to you what the author of a script wrote that in no way, shape, or form did I ever act in this manner, but according to the script, somehow I acted in this manner, and I could read you the script of the things that the producer thought or wanted me to do that I did not do based upon my YouTubes that you could see. I didn't produce any of the stuff that was written in the script. But I will read you the script of what the producer wrote. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's today so I can read you what the producer wrote. If not, I'll read it to you on another date, but I'm hoping to read what the producer wrote to you. And so that way you can know, that way you could be prepared yourself if ever a producer tries to write a script for you. I can't believe we're 2 minutes over. I think the producer is at the party. No need for look. I think the producer is at the party. I was thinking about that, CJ. I think the producer got the medals looked at. There was a notification that popped up. And I think the producer is there, but I think the producer is unsure. Because how it was told about me is that I am educated, a criminal. He don't go into courthouses. The perception, and I don't know if a lot of people do this. I think a lot of people make up things about people, and then they have these ideas about people in their heads, and then they expect them to follow through. I agree. I think upon bluffs being called, like a game of cards, it becomes a game of, like I asked you before and I said before, I don't think people really let they spouses know what they be doing on this app. They paint a picture of what somebody else did, but I don't really think they let the whole thing out, like everything they have done. And I think they will tell them, oh, this person was talking about me, but then when the person plays the entirety, it's like, oh, that wasn't about you. So I think people are very one-sided, especially when I listen to, I'm never in the hen house, always outside of it listening. And especially when I listen to the hens tell each other what they have made up or what they perceive something to be. So for me, I'm more of the, like, I think they're there. I think they're there. I hope they're at the party. I'm more of the, I've always been the person that there is no way you would do that in front of a party, right? There's no way you would say that knowing that the person is going to be there. And I just want to see it happen. Right? Like, tell the untruth and then let the person bring the truth. And then that's between you and your peers. Agreed? Because then the peers outside of the internet in the community then get to look at the person that may reside in their township. You understand? So I'm of the answers of, I really hope so. Like, there's no way I would do all this work to paint a narrative of a person just not to be there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. There's no way I wouldn't, because I would have proof. You so nosy. You so nosy. See, you so nosy. You don't even know who I'm talking to here. You done came here saying people's name. Don't even know people up in here already. Then you saying people's name like we talk about the person that were up in here and they already up in here, been in here the whole time. You out here don't be coming in here trying to start nothing. If you knew, if you new to the church and the news station, you definitely have to learn a new language. Like, if we talk about people, we are very transparent. We're very outwardly saying people's names like blah, 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 and such, la, 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 la. We don't hide it. We don't hide that, okay? There are things that are going on that most people are aware of, so there's no reason to talk or say anyone's name. Most people know what's going on today. And if you are not aware of what's going on today, it's not my job to inform you. Maybe later. Maybe later, but in the current minute, no. Like, it's so chill. It's so chill. Yeah, I know about that. I want to report on that part. Really? On what though? What they voting on? Yeah, this is the chillest place to be. If it's gonna be shouted out, it's gonna be shouted out. If it's not gonna be shouted out, it's gonna be spoken on the Kennedy Center. On like making him the board of chairs, of making the person the board of chairs of the Kennedy Center. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. That's wild, bruh. History, living history. We are living history. I really hope everybody is taking notes and have themselves a journal. I have one here somewhere. I hope that you all are writing down what is going on in your own words in a journal. I hope that each day as new things come about, I hope that you're writing it down. No, I'm good. I hope you're writing it down. This is living history, and your words on what is going on in this living history means so much from your perspective than somebody who may be the victor. Coming from the person who is not the victor, who's just a common person, maybe more insight into what really was going on in society, how this is affecting you long term with the 3% increase in 3% increase in, is it the deficit? No, there'll be a $4 trillion added to the deficit. No, what was it? Inflation. 3% increase in inflation. Thank you. See, you was on board of what I know. On how the prices are affected. 3% increase in inflation. And how the prices are affecting you on your day-to-day. How traveling doesn't seem to be the norm or won't be the norm. How your children are affected. Some of you may see programs. Okay, 2 people history of the United States. I will get that. Hey now. How the programs for your children that were the norm may disappear, how some of your SNAP benefits may disappear. The USAID is already there. Farmers are being affected. If you see stuff that's affecting people, you might need to write it down. Just common folk things that, I mean, at this point, you may see some of your parks disappear. I mean, the parks that your kids go to. I mean, I'm just living in reality. Stuff might start disappearing. 25% tariff on steel. You're gonna have to, yeah. Yeah, so you might see some things disappearing. I can't believe I'm 12 minutes in. Yep. You'll survive. You'll survive. You'll survive. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I mean, y'all saying everything. We living in reality. I mean, I'm living in a very, I'm living in reality where some people's stuff is on board for being taken. I mean, there are 75,000 federal workers today, and the number will continue to go up. Who will be thinking about living off of their thrift savings plan, their TSP, for the next 6 months without, think about that. They've put away money each month, each pay period into a thrift savings plan. They may have somewhere around $30,000 to $500,000 in that plan. And there are 75,000 people today who woke up who are considering using their thrift savings plans for the next 6 months to a year. And there's no guarantee of a job, even at McDonald's, corporate entity. And there are looming talks of world powers having a all-out bombardment. Currently are in talks right now after yesterday's call with Russia. Real talk. There are worldwide talks of things going down. Things going down. Worldwide. Unilaterally. Oh yeah, the asteroid. Can't forget the asteroid as well. Feels like we're living in that movie Armageddon, or what's the one with Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker? Fifth Element. I know they 15 minutes late. I know. Very intense. It feels like Fifth Element. Very fifth Element or Armageddon. Don't wanna close my eyes. Don't wanna fall asleep, cause I'm feeling very much. Feeling both of those movies at the same time. Book of Rel. I mean, we could go to the Bible. I mean, but make sure you add the Quran in there and the Jewish tablets and the Buddhist templates. Just add them all in there, cause they all got a hard story in each one of them. So just add them all in there. Please, don't just leave out the rest of them. Because if it go down, we all go down together. No matter what religion, no matter what religion you believe in. It's, hey, if it turned into a Chris, we just go down together. So, I'm just saying. I mean, not dooms, maybe more rebel moons. I mean, just saying. I mean, the thing that really, movies are really telling about society. Leave the World Behind was very telling, especially that we know that I can't say these millionaires and billionaires names. I think that I'll get in trouble, but if you look it up, they have bunkers. They built bunkers before 2024. I can't say their names. You can say their names in the chat. I can't say it out loud. I think if I say their name, it goes into some kind of data queue and automatically flags this place. But thank you. Elroy, thank you. Megan, thank you. Thank you. I can't say their names. Y'all can say their names. I can't say it. So, yes, Willow. Yes. 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 As they are preparing to live forever, just like, I think I could say Walt Disney without getting in trouble. Yeah, okay, Walt Disney. Just like Walt Disney did cryo and preparing himself to come back. Yeah, Disney should be safe. Yes, he is. If you didn't know that. Well, it's still in cryo right now. Like he wants to come back, just like the rest of us. Yeah, and Ted Williams is like, come on now. If you don't know these things, like, I don't know what to say. I'm still waiting, bro. It's 18 minutes over. And Elvis, yeah. I think they are well prepared to run the planet. Who was the Creams and the mate? Who was Cream mate? Hello, mate. Who was creamed and mated on? I don't think I can say that whole word together, so I use mine. They say he in cryo, though. Hold up. Oh, I gotta go.
For the parties that are appearing telephonically, it is a privilege if there is not simply conduct that bothers, offends, disturbs another person. The legal definition of harassment is either 1, unlawful violence, 2, a credible threat of unlawful violence, or 3, a knowing and willful course of conduct directed at a specific person that seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses and serves no legitimate purpose. The term course of conduct means a pattern of conduct, including multiple repeated harassing acts over a period of time. Also, the law requires petitioner prove that respondent's conduct actually caused substantial emotional distress and would cause a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress.
If the conduct petitioner is complaining about does not meet this definition, then there is no harassment for the court to issue a restraining order. The burden of proof in this type of case is on the petitioner. Unlike the reasonable proof of harassment standard required to obtain a temporary restraining order, the petitioner must prove their case here by clear and convincing evidence. That means petitioner's evidence must show that it is highly probable that harassment occurred and that the conduct is likely to continue and cause irreparable harm to the petitioner unless a restraining order is issued. Civil harassment restraining orders are meant to prevent future harm. They are not intended to be punishment or retribution for past acts. The court is unable to prohibit a person from engaging in constitutionally protected activity. For example, I cannot take away respondents' constitutional rights to free speech, property rights, due process, and the privilege to complain to government agencies such as the police, CPS, code enforcement, animal control, etc. Also, I cannot evict or order a person to move out or stay away from their residence. If I decide to issue a civil harassment restraining order in your case, the maximum duration is 5 years. You may apply for an extension by filing a petition within 3 months before the order is due to expire. If I issue a restraining order today, respondent will be prohibited from owning or possessing firearms and ammunition for the duration of the order. Also, if a restraining order is issued and the respondent violates the order, that violation is a crime and that may be reported to the police and prosecuted like any other crime, including arrest, trial, and a possible sentence of up to 1 year in county jail. If I deny your request for a restraining order, it does not necessarily mean that I don't believe you or that I approve of respondent's conduct. It simply means that the evidence does not meet the high standards set forth in the statute. Also, if no if no order is issued today and the respondent continues the harassment, you are able to file a new request for order and refer to the evidence from this hearing. During the hearings today, everyone will have a fair opportunity to be heard. First, the petitioner will present their case. Then the respondent will have a chance to present their case. A reminder that everyone is under oath to tell the truth during today's hearing. It is important that everyone speaks clearly and slowly and one person at a time. Do not talk over or interrupt each other during the hearing. For petitioners, please avoid presenting your case through legal conclusions. What that means is do not tell me that you are harassed, stalked, threatened, assaulted. All of those are legal conclusions. Please focus on describing what the respondent said and what the respondent did, and let the court make the determination of whether those legal conclusions are justified. For respondents, you have a statutory right to continue this hearing one time to prepare to defend yourself. Also, either side may request a continuance upon a showing of good cause. If any case is continued, any temporary restraining order issued will remain in full force and effect until the next court date. If you are seeking a continuance, please let me know as soon as I call your case. So the way that things are going to work is I'm going to check in with parties that are on certain cases and handle matters that are where there are continuance requests. Then I'm going to take up matters that are where there is only one side present. And then after that, the court is going to take up consent. All right, calling the matter of Guzman Garcia versus Sapien. All right. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Guzman Garcia, this is the third request for the continuance in your matter,
Correct.
And the court does not allow. So this matter was initially filed, I believe, in November, but we're in a little bit of an unusual circumstance because I did not warn you. Generally, with an individual on their second request for continuance, I say this is your last continuance. You were here on January the 2nd. So what I'm going to do is I want you to explain to me that why there is good cause. Otherwise, the court is going to dismiss the matter.
I can start.
Go ahead.
I just want to address this is not for child custody or child support reasons because I already got the primary custody of the children. Based on the incident of 728.
Sir, so right now, what I'm trying to do is that you are requesting another continuance, your third continuance for service. And
Right.
So what I want you to explain to me is that how do I know that this continuance is actually going to affect service? I understand that you wish to talk to me about the underlying facts regarding the need for the restraining order. But right now, as you can see with the courtroom, we barely have enough room for people to sit. So you need to explain to me why you believe this other continuance is going to result in service of the opposing party.
I just wanted to ask for an alternative. This guy has been served 12 times. 12 times. 9 by the sheriff's department. They're aware because of their Ring camera, so they keep evading it. So I'm out of money. I'm out of options. That's why I requested on January 3rd for another alternative substitution of service. That's when I submitted it. I wasn't here on January 2nd. I submitted a substitution. Because they got...
All right. So I said that the code, in order for alternative sentence service to be allowed, you have to have a hearing. Okay, so why? And this is the difficulty that I have, is that the affidavit for unsuccessful service is from the sheriff's department, and it just says that there's no answer, and there's a female at the door.
Correct.
And so how do I know? And this is the problem that I have, sir, is that this is not, you're not the process server. Do you have your process server here?
I'm just pretty much asking.
No. You've got to answer my questions when I ask them. So do you have your process server here? Okay. Do you have anybody that's trying to make to effect service here?
No.
Okay. So that's the difficulty, is that I don't have any further information other than the affidavits of unsuccessful service. And so there's nothing that the court can infer from these affidavits with regards to how the individual is, that we know that the individual is at that location, because all I have is the sheriff's affidavit of service, which doesn't actually evince that.
So what would be my options then? Because the kids have to go over there on the weekends.
Sir, if this is an issue with regards to family law court,
I'm
then you
dealing with...
need to address it with him.
That's what, but since this is a boyfriend, that's what he told
If
me.
it is an unsafe condition that you are trying to address with regards to the visitation, that is a family law matter, sir.
They told me because it was the boyfriend to act on the civil side for him, that's why.
I don't know who's telling you that right now.
The family law court.
So, sir, right now, you're dealing with whether there's service.
So
there is not service. There's not information for me to infer that the person is trying to evade service. All I have is proof that they have not been served. So for Mr. Guzman Garcia, the court is find that there is not good cause. Are you?
May I ask for one final contingency?
No, sir.
Okay.
So the matter is going to be dismissed.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, calling the matter of Rosenthal versus Johnson.
Morning.
All right, ma'am, did you hear my discussions with the gentleman before you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is going to be your second continuance. This is CVSW 2500004. Ma'am, with the court is not going to allow another continuance absent a showing of good cause that there is prospects that the individual is going to be served.
Okay.
So right now, so with that in mind, how much time do you think that you are going to be able to need to effect service?
There is a separate case, including Isaiah Johnson. It's the February 26th. February 26th, it's a family case at the Menifee Courthouse.
Okay.
My husband and I just had the thought that we could possibly have someone serve him there, since we know he'll be there present with his lawyer.
Yes.
Please.
That can actually be effected there. So in order to be, so that was
It was the 26th.
26th of February.
Yes, sir.
So that means you have to continue this at least until March 6th, if not.
Yes, please.
All right. So we'll continue this. We'll continue this until just a second. Let me double check the calendar. The party on the telephone, please mute your phone. This is the last warning. So how about March the 13th?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll continue this matter until March the 13th. That will be at 8 o'clock in this department. I'm going to order you back on that. Or sorry, I'm going to order that this be served by March the 7th. So that means all of the original documents that were filed need to be served, and ma'am, I'm going to make the minutes are going to reflect. And ma'am, the minutes are going to reflect there'll be no further continuances. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So just have a seat and you'll get a copy of this. Thank you. It was, sorry. No, wait, no. That one was not right. So there isn't an original. There wasn't in Rosenthal versus Johnson. There was not an order previously issued. So. Oh yeah. All right. Calling the matter of Mann versus Mendez. Good morning. I heard there is counsel. Are you counsel?
I'm counsel. I'm standing in for Francis.
Okay. Good morning. What's your name?
Rowan, 2 words, D-E, and then R-O-U-E.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the Mr. Mann, there was an order requested and granted. I think it was 2 days ago in CVSW 2500119. Counsel, do you know when that matter is set?
February the 27th.
February the 27th. My intention would be to continue this until February the 27th.
We would like to have this matter and the 119 matter heard together. However, the 27th is not a good day for Ms. Brizia. She's got 3 criminal matters.
Okay.
I've got 3 other dates if possible. March 25, April 2nd, or April 4th.
March 25, April 2nd, or April 4th. None of those are good days, except maybe the 4th.
Am I up here? Am I on the right case?
Are you Corey Mann?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Who is this?
This is a counsel. She's the attorney for the respondent.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Mann, you need to understand that there was an order that was previously issued on Tuesday, it was the 11th. And so that matter is CVSW 2500119. That is set for February the 27th.
What is that, Your Honor?
So that's a reciprocal order that was filed by respondent versus yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So you obviously, I would imagine, do you have the paperwork to serve him today?
I do not. And additionally, Mr. Mendez has not been served the other matter.
So I'm just a little concerned because all of those dates are not Thursdays. We handle these on Thursdays, and so if we were to specially set this, that means we're going to be handling it that day. And I want to make sure that Mr. Mann has all the paperwork, Mr. Mendez has all the paperwork, and we're ready to go. And so that's my concern with setting this on another date, because I do specially set matters under exceptional circumstances. So what I want to do is I'm going to put this on second call, and I want you to call or communicate with Ms. Brizia and say, pick a Thursday because I have concerns that everybody's going to be served, everybody's going to have all the paperwork. You can certainly give Mr. Mann the contact information for Ms. Brizia so that you can agree to accept each other's briefs electronically. That way there is not any issues. Okay, so if you all are going to enter a stipulation that Mr. Mann may serve electronically his paperwork on Ms. Brizia, and he'll accept service electronically, then we could specially set. But I don't want there to be any hiccups, if you will.
What about the 24th of February?
The 24th of February is a Monday. Okay, so again, Thursdays are these. We specially set sometimes on Wednesdays and Fridays, but again, those are under exceptional circumstances, and that's with the belief that the hearing is going to be proceeding. So, Mr. Mann, I'm gonna order you all to meet and confer, talk about dates, and discuss how we're going to exchange paperwork, because if we're going to specially set this, okay? All right, thank you. All right. Calling the matters of Wilhite versus Lynn and Lynn versus Wilhite. Just have a seat for a second. We're not doing the hearing right now. So, as you can see, we have a very full house. These matters that like yourselves, I generally like to do last. So, what I would like to do is that, do you have a minimum day? Are your parents here? Why don't you come on up? Do you have a minimum day?
Today?
No, do you have minimum days? I assume you're in high school. Late start Wednesdays. Okay. And when is late start? What time is that? 9:30? Because we do have a calendar that's at 8 o'clock. It doesn't usually end until about 9 o'clock. So it wouldn't really be, unless we wanted to set this, we could set this at 9 on a Wednesday. And that way you all could get back to class, and miss the least amount of school. So just one second. How about we can do March the 5th. So March the 5th is a Wednesday. We could start this at 9. I have a very light calendar. I would actually order you just to be here at 8:30 because that's the traffic calendar. And once the traffic calendar will be done, then I can start with this matter. Okay? So is that agreeable? My intention is just because they are minors that I generally handle these at the end of the calendar or especially, and so I prefer to do this at a time which would enable that. So March the 5th, is that agreeable? That's a Wednesday. Well, we'll set it at 8:30. If we're going to proceed today, it'll be late in the afternoon. Right? It's Friday at school. Right. Because right now, with the calendar right now, it could potentially be late, very late. Or we can give this a time certain they can go back to school right now. So we either do it late this afternoon, or we do it on the 5th. So you're not, I'm going to petitioners, they are actually.
We are too.
I understand that, but you're mom and your mom and dad, and you're not petitioners, they are. All right, so your name is, ma'am? No.
Isabella.
Your last name?
Lynn, Linn.
Ms. Lynn, do you want to handle this afternoon, or do you want to handle this on the 5th? Would be at 8th. 5th? And Ms. Wilhite?
I'm willing to handle it on the 5th.
Okay. All right, so we're going to continue this until March the 5th. That'll be at 8:30. I'm going to set it at 8:30, although I do have a traffic calendar, but it's going to be fairly light that day. So the currently existing orders will remain in full force and effect, and I'll see you back here at 8:30 promptly. Hopefully we'll be able to get it done before. Okay, thank you. Just have a seat and we're going to get a copy of the paperwork. You gave me 6 months. All right. I think you, yeah, 6-1. Yeah. All right, calling the matter of Lemoyne versus Straight.
Present.
All right, this matter is set for a civil harassment restraining order hearing, which is a contested hearing. The court was informed by Madam Clerk that Mr. Straight appeared telephonically, by Zoom. Mr. Straight, what needs to be very clear is the court does not allow telephonic appearances for contested hearings. The reason being is that I cannot actually determine the veracity and the believability of witnesses when they're over the phone. Also, it's difficult for people that are on the phone to take social cues or know when it is their turn to speak. So you are the respondent in this matter, so you would be entitled to a continuance as a matter of law. So the court is not going to allow you to appear telephonically, but what date are you requesting to continue this to? We handle these on Thursdays.
Your Honor, I appreciate your time and consideration. My license number is 20963. I've been an investigator for the state of California for 27 years.
All right.
And
Mr. Straight,
I request that you continue this.
and so how long are you asking for, sir? So I was
March 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
3 weeks would put us at March 6th. That would work with the court's schedule. Mr. Lemoyne?
Thank you, sir.
Just 1 second, sir. Mr. Lemoyne, do you have any problem with that date?
No, if that's what we need to do to get this done, that's fine.
All right. So the court's going to continue this until March the 6th. That will be at 8 a.m. in this department. So the currently existing restraining order is going to remain in full force and effect until that next date. So Mr. Straight, the court is going to mail you a copy of the order. Do we have your
528 San Marino Street, Emmett, California.
528 San Marino?
Correct. Street, Emmett, California, 92545.
92545. Okay.
Yeah, I could get my neighbors. So it's okay.
San Marino Street, Emmett, California, 92545. All right, so we're going to give...
Yes, sir.
We're going to give Mr. Lemoyne a copy of this order, and then we're going to mail you a copy.
Thank you very kindly.
We'll mail you a copy of this today. All right. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lemoyne. Just have a seat, and we'll give you a copy of that. All right, calling the matter of David versus Sanabria. All right, this is number 20 on the court's calendar. This is CVSW 2500074. We are, so it was my understanding, I was informed by Madam Clerk that the respondent is ready. I've got a whole pile of paperwork this morning, and that Mr. David is requesting a continuance. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. David, what you need to understand is that, and so I need to understand why you're requesting the continuance.
Of course.
Because respondents they have a statutory right to a continuance to prepare. Petitioners do not. So go ahead.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor. As of yesterday, I was ready to proceed. I specifically narrowed my request specifically to the civil component, understanding that there was a family law component intertwined as I read the court's decision denying my TRO. Yesterday, I was served with an enormous amount of briefing, exhibits that all relate to the family law component of my case with Ms. Santabria's sister that have nothing to do with the civil component of my case. I was also served with a witness list, 5 witnesses, 3 of which have no relevance to the civil component of my civil harassment allegations that are specifically only relevant to the family law component that I'm involved in with Ms. Santabria's sister. So based on this immense amount of briefing, and I only found out yesterday that Ms. Santabria was represented. I was ready to come in and argue my position, but now she's represented by a very seasoned attorney, over 35 years in law, and I don't think it prejudices justice in any way. Just to give me a continuance to seek out an attorney who can put on a better argument with this gentleman right here and argue my positions.
All right, so counsel, what's your name?
My name's Ethan Marcus. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right. And Mr. Marcus, it's your position that you wish for this to be handled today?
Yes, Your Honor. We noted that Mr. David actually asked for his continuance before being aware of our involvement. His request is actually on the 27th of January, and the only reason we knew about it was because we saw it on the ROA. He never served my client with it, so we were surprised to see it yesterday, and then we filed our opposition. I'm sorry, we didn't file it because the court will order whether it's filed, but we submitted our opposition to it, and it's mainly because I actually think this can be quite a short hearing. If Mr. David is willing to present what he thinks he's likely to prove beyond what he put in his paperwork, if anything, the court may have some advice for Mr. David as to whether or not that would constitute harassment. And if not, that may be a very short hearing, and then we can discuss the issues that flow from that from CCP 527.6S.
So,
may I respond, Your Honor? Quickly. Just very quickly.
No, just one second. So, sir, because I just got the paperwork with regards to this, is there going to be a request for attorney's fees?
There is a request for attorney's fees. If the court find that inconvenient to handle today, we could do that another day.
All right. So Mr. David, the issue is what you need to understand is that 527.6 authorized attorney's fees to the prevailing party, so that if you are not prevailing, then Ms. Sanabria will have the opportunity to request reasonable attorney's fees for those expenses. I generally, if this is the first time that you've heard of that, I generally don't do that if the individuals are not seeking the order. However, if you're going to be continuing it knowing that her counsel is involved, then the court is going to entertain it even if you are not pursuing the order at the next proceeding. So did you want to talk about this briefly with counsel to see whether you really wish to pursue this? Or if you continue it, you just need to understand the court will allow you to continue, but will entertain a attorney's fees motion even if you are requesting that the matter be dismissed.
Your Honor, may I?
Go ahead.
My only request, my request for continuance, and yes, Your Honor, it was filed on January 27th. It was I wasn't sure what to expect today, and the worst case scenario happened. I didn't know I got a $600 an hour attorney.
And sir, I understand that it's just that the court previously denied this request for a temporary restraining order under a much lower standard than the clear and convincing standard. And so if you wish to, because the court believed that this involved family law matter issues and that needed to be litigated in family court. With your right now, we're just dealing with whether you want to continue it. But if you're, the court will allow you a brief continuance. Wasn't able to review. I was able to breeze through counsel's paperwork. However, you just need to understand that that if you continue it and still request for it to be dismissed at the next hearing, the court is going to entertain the attorney's fees request.
Your Honor, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And understand, I'm going to be quick because I hear the court, and I know there's a lot of people waiting for me. I will say this, Your Honor. As far as the attorney fees goes, the language is may, so the court's under no obligation to grant those. There needs to be a certain standard.
I understand that, sir, but I'm not. So right now, what the court has indicated is that if you are not going to proceed today, the court will not entertain that request because you have proceeded at the first date and decided that you are not going to pursue it. If you continue, she is going to continue to engage counsel who will then be preparing for the matter, and the court will believe that that should be considered.
Your Honor, I completely agree. I would as well if I was seated where you are, sir, and I would not hold that against you. So let me just wrap it up by saying two final points, Your Honor. As opposing counsel made it very clear before we were sworn in, before we walked in, when he served me with his packet and shoved it into my arms aggressively, and then refused to meet and confer on several issues, mocked me by laughing at me at my request to meet and confer, and then threatened me that everything that happens here is going to be taken into my family law case. So there is a family, it appears that he has submitted paperwork that there is a family law component that he appears he's going to try and use in my family law case that can now affect my family law component. I'm trying to limit this narrowly just to the civil component, leave my family law component out.
Sir, they're hopelessly.
One final point, Your Honor, and then I'll submit. One final point. I will entertain moving forward today if this court would perhaps grant me some objections to 3 of his witnesses and his state and some of his declarations that I'm prepared to submit.
Sir, if you proceed today, you need to understand the court is still going to entertain an attorney's fees motion. So I'm not going to forestall that. If you wanted to continue, I just needed to make you aware that there was that risk. So if you are going to proceed to hearing, ultimately the code requires that the court determine whether attorney's fees should be awarded to the prevailing party. As you did not prevail under the lowest standard, that's why the court is trying to communicate to you that you may wish to think about proceeding under these facts that you were not able to get a temporary restraining order for. So I would,
thank you.
So if you want me to order you all to meet and confer, you can see whether you wish to proceed. And then if you want to proceed, then you understand your risks, sir.
I understand, Your Honor. Thank you for that. I think
Right.
I will accept the continuance. I think it doesn't prejudice justice in any way, and it gives me a chance to secure an attorney.
And you understand the risks of if you do not prevail that you're going to be paying for.
Your Honor, I wouldn't have it any other way. At the end of this trial, I think the court will see that this action was not frivolous.
All right. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
When are you asking for?
I think I heard Madam Clerk talking about 6 weeks out. I'd be okay with something along those lines.
Counsel, what's your
6
schedule
to 7
like?
weeks out would probably be fine.
And your client's schedule?
My schedule is horrible, but I want to pitch one thing quickly. If the court would give us 60 seconds for Mr. David to articulate what beyond his paperwork he intends to prove, we may have this hearing over today, and if so, perhaps we should not grant the continuance. That's my pitch. I won't continue to re-argue if the court wishes to
Mr.
grant.
David, do you expect any further information on the information that you put in your declarations? The court again has reviewed it, read it, denied it at the reasonable. You heard my opening comment that Unlike the reasonable proof of harassment standard to get a temporary restraining order, you're going to have clear and convincing evidence.
Sure. As far as to answer
Do you have additional evidence?
As far as additional evidence from what I served on opposing counsel this morning, no.
Okay. And you
aside
understood
from
the court denied this under the lower standard.
unless I do my attorney, if I'm able to secure an attorney and they look at the case a little differently, I would defer to any of my attorney's my attorney's guidance.
You consulted with an attorney.
It's very possible, Your Honor, because
Have you, it's a yes or no question,
yes,
consulted with an attorney?
Well, it's difficult for me to say. Once I speak with the attorney, I would go based on what they say because there is a family law component.
So you're saying that you've consulted with an attorney?
Oh, I have not. I have not consulted with an attorney yet. I would like to.
So you've not spoken to an attorney yet?
No, I have not. I have not had an attorney. No, I didn't expect. I didn't expect Goliath.
Mr. David, I'm just going to place this on second call. I'm going to order you all to meet and confer to discuss this briefly. Mr. David, you need to understand that the court is going to entertain attorney's fees in your matter. The attorney's fees is counsel. What's your hourly rate?
95.
So you need to understand that right now we are pushing an hour.
90.
So if you wish to proceed on the evidence that the court found to be insufficient under a much lower standard, you have that risk and you understand the dangers, okay? So I would ask you to discuss with counsel as to whether as to what your issues are and whether they should really be resolved in family.
Your Honor, may I just quickly?
No, sir, we have other matters. I'm going to place this on second call. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, calling the matter of, sorry, do we have a resolution on Mann versus Mendez? Okay, recalling the Mann versus Mendez matter. All right, so I assume that we are going to be pairing up both cases together. Is that correct?
Yes. And
all right.
Your Honor, I have a brief bit of information. Mr. Mann has not been served again in the matter ending. I'm sorry. Mr. Mendez has not been served by Mr. Mann on his case here today.
I show a proof of service actually on January the 30th.
He hasn't been personally served, and we're also not authorized to accept service because we are appearing as a favor to him today. He only found out about this case looking up his own matter, the one that ends in 117.
So do you have a motion to quash?
If he wishes to serve, he just needs to make it a personal service, wouldn't he?
Just 1 second here. We show that he was served on January the 30th. I think that the issue with the service was the notice of hearing the request was served. Yeah, so are you appearing for Mr. Mendez or are we doing a prove-up today?
I'm only appearing on the case that Mr. Mendez...
So Mr. Mendez is not here, and he has counsel, and he has been served. We have a proof of service on file.
It's our understanding he should be personally served.
It shows that they were served personally.
He did not receive service.
All right, so I don't have a motion to quash. So are you appearing for him?
Not on that matter. On the other matter, Your Honor, we'd like to return on April 3rd.
Then if you're not appearing for him, then we'll proceed to a prove-up.
Would that be on the...
On the case that Mr. Mann is here before, that he has service with Mr. Mendez. So if you're not appearing for him, and you're saying that there's no motion to quash, and Mr. Mendez is not present, I don't know how. I'm at a loss as how you can appear for him to say he hasn't been served because you're not appearing for him, and I have a proof of service for him. So you're saying that he hasn't been served, but we have a proof of service, and he's not here. So for right now, he can appear at his next proceeding, and I can proceed to approve up with Mr. Mann, or you can appear for him and continue the matter. I'm just kind of at a loss that you're saying that he's not been served, but he filed a response that was a responsive request for a restraining order, and if you want to continue, then you're appearing for him, and he's made an appearance.
I'll make a special appearance today, Your Honor.
Okay.
In that case, requesting to continue to April the 3rd.
April the 3rd. And Mr. Mann, is that an agreeable date?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, you're asking also to advance the case ending 119 to today to continue that until April the 3rd.
Correct.
All right. And are the parties stipulating that service may be accomplished of each other's documents electronically?
No stipulation.
So well, this is going to be set for a 3rd. So if there's any hiccups and you're saying that there's no service, then we're going to be in the same position where we're not going to be able to proceed to hearing if the parties don't have service of the documents. And the proof of service that I have is that he served your client. So you can't object to him not being served because we have a proof of service that he's been served. All right, so we'll continue the Mann versus Mendez matter until April the 3rd. That'll be at 8 a.m. in this department. I'm also going to advance the matter of CVSW 2500119 until today's date. That will be continued until April the 3rd. Just one second. So Mr. Mann, you'll receive a copy of the paperwork today for your own case, and the respondent is going to have to file their own. They're going to get a copy of their paperwork, but they're going to have to serve you with all of the paperwork for the next day.
For the other case?
For the other.
If I can get this right, Your Honor, so instead of responding to me, he just responded to his own case or coming at me with a restraining order?
Correct.
All right.
All right.
So we'll handle both on April 2nd? April 3rd.
April 3rd at 8 a.m. So, well, you'll receive a copy. So, Mr. Mann and Ms. DeRowan, you'll both receive a copy of the paperwork from the case ending 070. Ms. DeRowan, you're going to receive a copy of the case ending 119, and that will. But Mr. Mann will still have to be served with a copy of all of the paperwork. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I didn't make it clear before, I'm making a special appearance today for Attorney Francis Crizia.
I think that's very clear. Thank you. Just one second, sir. We're moving through the calendar, sir. I can only call one case at a time. All right, calling the matter of Janish versus Clay.
Here, Your Honor.
All right, so this matter is, Deputy, is there any check-in by Jessica Janish? All right, matter is dismissed. You're free to go. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Calling the matter of McEwen versus Johnson.
What a fucking waste. How did you fucking waste somebody's time, bro? Oh, yo, before I let you in this box, all the haters, all the people that, now your ass in trouble. Let me tell you something. Your ass telling her to call the police on me and all that shit. Oh, your ass in trouble. My shit ain't done. My shit ain't done. My shit ain't done. I ain't going nowhere with no lies. My shit ain't
Can I
done.
get a dismiss? Can I get
Wait
a
a minute.
dismissed?
Bitch, I got it on screen record. Stop playing with me. Okay, now. All right, I'm jumping out.
I just laughed so hard. Only because didn't she say that shit was behind her house? You couldn't even climb the fence to check in, crazy? You'd have wasted everyone's time.
I just laughed so damn hard that my fucking stitches hurt. Thank you for that, Petty. Congratulations. Dismiss.
Oh my god. What a waste. How long were you sitting there waiting to be called? That's your tax dollars that just got wasted right there. However long it took him to sit and wait for the case is the tax dollars that she wasted on a frivolous motion or whatever the fuck.
Let me say what really happened. Just like y'all was watching, you know she was.
Yeah.
You,
I'm just like, what the fuck? Now, I want to talk about the case before because, like,
hold on,
you
it's
know.
a new person trying to get in here. Hold on.
Oh.
No, strike. Oh, no, she's been here. Galen.
Hello?
Oh,
bye.
That's a strike. Okay. Petty, period. Okay. I don't understand why we're wasting valuable resources on cases that really do need to be seen and heard.
Period.
And that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I hope that, the stuff finally dies down eventually, because that was stupid. But hey, you were there. I'm gonna give you like a half a strike on your shirt, to be honest. I don't care if you're at home or not.
You're the only reason I changed. I saw that comment. I said, oh.
I don't care if you're in person or you're over the phone. We got to dress for success, sir. Okay, but I'll give you a brownie point for listening to me, because it must have looked terrible before you threw that on.
No, it was a nice sweatshirt, but it was still a sweatshirt.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
business on the top and pajamas on the bottom. Remember.
Y'all, I literally had a phone call from the pediatrician's office as they were calling it. I missed everything.
Dismissed.
Dismissed. Bye. Have a nice day. Period.
You can watch it on YouTube.
All right, I will fast forward the YouTube to get right to that clip.
Oh,
y'all know why she didn't show, bro. She was watching just like y'all on here. Come
That's
on,
what
man.
I'm saying. If you're not going to show, why waste that? Just say, no, I'm not doing it.
Right. Yeah, that's all it was. That's all it was.
I want to know who the hater was that walked in the room without saying their name.
Exactly. That face you're making is the face that I was making when they came in. I was like,
Oh, it's like that. Who is that? I mean, without saying their name.
We've been doing all kind of stuff. We've been eating. Kendra's been smoking. Going in and out of court. Victoria was going in and out to get coffee. It's a lot down here.
I was just hunkered down in the trash can eating popcorn, peeking up every now and again because, I'm a trash panda, so I was just hiding out in the trash can.
I do wonder, now that I can say folks' name, I wonder what RT got to say now. Because RT show was man, let me get that Law and Order.
She had a lot to say the other day.
Let me get this damn Law and Order music.
Hey, I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thank you. Man, didn't think I was gonna show. Hold up.
I just want to say really quickly, y'all made yourselves look like fools, like we said y'all were going to. How do you feel now? How do you feel now that you look dumb as hell? Congratulations, Betty. That's all I wanted to say. And I want to put this out.
Here we go. Here we go. Twerk it out, y'all, to the Law and Order music. My favorite part's coming up. Hold on.
They were screaming me. Nobody was screaming anything. They were screaming me to even hear that. Nobody could hear that unless I was screaming that. Now, to all the internet lawyers, RT, what you gotta say now? You were saying that person was so correct.
In all fairness, I hope we all see the seriousness of this. And thank God willing, everything prevailed the correct way. I hope you and your family have a peace of mind tonight. I hope that you are able to have a moment, even though I know you were in the right. It's still, it's taking up people's time, mental space, physical space, everything else, resources. So I'm
Hold
just
up.
really happy.
Somebody tried to say real quick.
It's on.
If anybody can find the link, because they over here talking about something. Oh, it was streaming from their website.
No.
Where the hell did you see it from the website? It say go to meeting, and you had to be on the damn court calendar to get inside one of them links. I'm confused. What the hell you done talking about? You could stream it. You had to be in one of them links.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. When I seen that comment, that's what I was going to ask you. Your name has to be on the docket with a case number and everything, and you have a link that you have to click, correct?
Yeah, she was screaming me directly. Now she can't be found.
No, I was.
Now you can't find RT.
Show you. Hold on. You can watch it from the Riverside court. Hold on.
Yeah, but she was streaming him because his commentary came right after.
I'm on the Riverside Court website right now. The only way I could get in, I couldn't stream anything.
That was the courtroom.
What's that? Where did you go though?
Yeah, and RT's not against you, Petty. She was talking shit to that one over there because I got it running her mouth. All right, I'm dropping.
Okay. What website is that? That is a Zoom link.
Googling. Hold on.
That's a Zoom link.
No, it's not a Zoom link. I think I typed in like Riverside County, California streaming or something, and you just have to agree to something, and then that courtroom pulls up. You have to click through a bunch of different courtrooms, and then that one's there.
Anyways, I'm going to hop down. I just want to say congratulations, Petty. We all knew what was going to happen. But anyways, congratulations, and let's repeat what the judge said. Dismissed.
I was just letting you know it is
okay.
available to see online.
Okay, there's a link. Hold on.
He was booked
Okay.
and released on the 23rd.
Okay.
Or released on the
Appreciate
30th, actually.
Okay.
Of January.
She wrong. She not wrong.
I just want to say that the good Lord above woke me up in time for this. I don't know why our little friend got offline so early, saying she had somewhere to be this morning. And I hope they all understand that now that this was a no-show, there's no refiling to cry boo-hoo. In addition to this being able to be used down the road on someone else's behalf in their favor. So, I'll be waiting for chapter 2. Congratulations. Case dismissed.
That's my parole officer.
Hey, and don't forget, we ain't done yet, buddy.
Patty, I'm down here being a cheerleader. I am exhausted, but congratulations. And the other people are looking like damn fools, but I'm exhausted, okay? Because we're all down here being cheerleaders for you. So congratulations.
Hey, I had to been through some shit on here. I done been through some shit and I told y'all to be quiet. I done been through some shit and said, don't say nothing to them. Don't fight them. Don't defend me. I done said all that, right? I said, hey, don't worry about it. I'ma show up. I'ma show up. Let me read this shit to you. Let me read what the complaint was. Because now I can put my videos back up that's on private. Let me read this shit to you. Today's date that's been dismissed. Read this shit to you. I felt that Marquise Clay, aka Pastor Petty, will HARM him. I think they meant me. He has HARISSED, spelling for a reason, husband. By contacting military with meritless and falsehoods he sends to them. He has displayed might, I think they meant my husband's base, shown my husband's military ID to 800 people, as well as given our physical location, full names and dates of births as well, as pictures of all of us on his social media platform for others to come for us. No, that wasn't it though. That wasn't it. THREATENED, by stating I needed to put in my temple by certified mail, by self-written letter to my home address. Said I wrote that. Said I wrote that. Said I wrote that. You heard yourself. You heard yourself what I knew. You got to present this stuff. You have to present this stuff. That means that individual would have had to make a trip, would have had to flown all the way out here, sent a letter, proving it was certified, from a location here and flown back to their location. And then what I knew happened, oh, I was waiting. I was waiting and they was watching. And like I told you on the previous live, the notion in the head is he's not going to show up. This person's not going to show up. I can go in there, make this stuff up, do what I want to do. I can do whatever. Because this person in my head, I already said they not smart. I already said that I don't understand what they be saying because they sound stupid when they talk. I don't listen to that stupid stuff. I can't understand what they're saying, even though I'm talking in code. But I'm going to go in there because that person's stupid and go tell these lies on them. They came here first, though. They said, oh, he there. Waiting. We waited, right? I got minutes, yo. We waited. We waited. Waited. Now, like I said, don't you worry. Hey. Bama chick, don't you worry. Hold your horses. Everything's with time. If you ever heard somebody say that they put theirs in before me, know at this point that they was lying. Do you understand what I just said? You heard somebody say that they did this before me. Now you know they lying. I make sure I do whatever. I don't come on here and tell you nothing. That's not how it works when you go to parties. Stop telling folks your business. Okay? It's not your business what's going on until it's done. You understand? Once it's done, I'm good to go. Now, this ain't the only person. Remember, hold your breath. This one This one of them. This one of them. This a two-party event. 3, we are gathering. That's all I'm going to say if you can understand me. That other one, after today, they been closed their mouth. It's been this much shut. And they can't help themselves. They should learn how to fucking zip it. Because I've been knowing how to not say your name. Any abbreviations of it, any characters, any memes of it. I've learned how to shut my damn mouth and let everything work out like it's supposed to. I'm good, though. I'm going to let your ass keep talking. The other one, though, the one from today, ladies, hold up, the ladies that support it, I wanna see you. I wanna see the ladies. Supporters? Yeah, don't you do nothing. Don't you poke out nothing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being in the shadows. It's a one or two ways this could go. Either your ass gonna be crying, your ass gonna be in defense, your ass gonna be saying how wrong I am, but the one thing that your ass can't get away from is that dismissal. And get this through, and I'm going to say this loud and clear. Ain't no code about this. One party didn't show up. And it wasn't me. If that person was right in what the fuck they was doing, they would have showed up. They would have showed up. Hey, to the supporters or said individual that still got to come to dinner at my house. Got to come to dinner at my house. Like I said, I really don't think some folks be really telling folks everything that be going on this app. Because I was asked about these papers. I was asked about these. I got a Ring camera. We was asked about these. I was asked about these. I said, yup, and this, 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 and this. I done minced words. I said I'll be there on time.
Just coming up for the comment because it's before. Well, when you're done preaching, sir, can you please run that P.D. Pablo song for us?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, thank you. Okay, period. Thank you.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's set up. It's set up. Believe me. Everything's set up. I was asked. And I had to be honest outside of this app. I said, this went on. I started talking about them folks. They kept going. This happened. I did this. You saw me do this. And then they did this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm showing up today. Ain't nothing I can get past it. But I got this because they're going to try to use this recording cut up. And I said, I got this email printed out. Because they're going to try to use that. They're going to make it seem like I was going on my way when all I was trying to do was stop. Not stop you and silence you, but stop talking about me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And you did not know how to leave me alone. Even upon apologizing, you couldn't even give me an apology. You took me through traumatic things. Very traumatic. Very traumatic. And people watched. People watched you because I know you here and I know you listening. People watched you in disgust and people uplifted you while you was doing it. But it was people watching you in disgust and they were trying to defend me and I said, don't defend me. I said, don't defend me. No, let it keep going. And the people were like, why would you want this to keep going? Why would you want this to keep going? For whatever I collected. Whatever names of stuff I got stored in my laptop of videos that you yourself didn't even know that you were doing these things in distress in an emotional way that you was doing it. You was just fucking talking and couldn't stop talking. Something about it was tweaking your brain and you just couldn't stop. And it's thousands of people out there like that. But if somebody has some evidence on them that I'm holding on to because I got it, you'll have to listen to that one day in court. It's not for TikTok. It's not for here. Definitely not for here. And somebody out there asked, I don't care, take me to court. As you heard this morning, one person got to say how it happened, and then the other person does get to explain. You heard that, right? You heard that, right? The person gets a chance to respond. Right? You heard that, right? So upon whatever evidence I have, people get a chance to respond. Burden of truth is always in evidence. In evidence. It is better to shut the fuck up. Listen, all you churchgoers. It is better to shut the fuck up sometimes as much as you want to be in your feelings. I hope you learn a life lesson for a day for your children, for yourself or something. It is better, no matter what somebody else is doing to you. And I know people that go through DV, SA, I know you're saying, why the fuck would I shut the fuck up? Because sometimes the burden of proof is better than reacting. Sometimes gathering enough evidence is enough versus the one little thing that they have versus all the things that you have. So sometimes I'm teaching you a lesson. Sometimes no matter how painful it may be mentally and emotionally, sometimes you have entertaining place on the planet. This is 777 News. I'm your host, Gary. Always willing to teach you something and you learn something and you be more educated. The burden of proof. The one bit of advice I want to give out to you as you are going on your TikTok and Evers and deciding to be a creator is I want you to be different in everything you do. The number one thing I'm going to tell you to stay away from is true crime and trying to be an attorney on this app. Be different, but do not try to do true crime or be an attorney on this app. Do whatever you want to do on this app. Be very different, but do not try to do true crime or be an attorney on this app or anywhere else. If you don't know anything about the law of each state or laws of each state, stay your ass quiet and immediately back the fuck out the room. Remember, being different is... I want you to have a wonderful afternoon and lunch period. I gotta go do something for myself, and it's not have a bit. I missed a whole slew of things that I have to do for myself, and I'll be back here. I want you to enjoy your lunch break. I'm gonna go put a sweat on somewhere, go work out some calories, and do my thing, and I'll be back here for the news, covering a few topics for today. But we have living record of bullshit recorded. Please, 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 reporters, I am reporters. I know you pull up to the scene with my cylinder missing. Pull up to the scene with my different. Hold up. No.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it.
I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help.
Sorry, that was in my groove, girl.
Please play that Big X song, Big X, the plug song I sent you the other day. I feel like it's very fitting for this situation.
Big X by
It's Comes and Goes by Big X the Plug.
Yep, I got it right there. So, for the reporters, as I'm about to get up out of here. No, we'll play it. Good, we'll play that later during the news broadcast. Reporters, if you don't mind. Yeah, we definitely need that wifey to wifey. If you don't mind, these reactions are going to be all over the place today. I'm positive within 5-10 minutes, maybe even sooner, we're going to have some people live. Send me those reactions. Send me those clips, because at the end of the day, a dismissal is a dismissal. And I didn't do anything or reach out to anyone or make anybody change their mind about showing up anywhere. It was them against me, serving me. And they said that they had something that I did that they can prove in court. So please send the recordings of all those people. If I don't know if they really want to adult like this after this. It's just a few names that I want to put out there as assholes. Andy, Fizzle, the Fizzle person. What's that Fizzle person name? Fizzle something. The person with the profile picture with the tiger in it. Yeah, Astro Fizz. Megan. Shannon. Moonbeam. Who else? Let me go. Actually, before I play this song, I don't even want to say her name. I don't even want to say that one name. I don't even think they worth name recognition. That one? Hold up. I'm checking that G when I get up off here. I'm checking that G once I get up off here. Hold up. Who this? Snow Bunny. Who else? I got anybody else? Let me look at this. Jan D, Gamma 95, Squisha is Davy Boy, Sweet Bear Creek. Who else I got?
And it wasn't even as bad.
Who else I got? Britain. Oh, I ain't even played none of these, huh? Well, I've been holding out on these, huh? Every single person that I name, YouTubers and TikTok, Hair Junkie. If you heard me, OG, if you heard me say any of these people's names, it is best that you do not. Joyce Dalton, you don't I'm not naming. I ain't naming that person. It is best that you do not hang out around these people. It is best. Panda, Bobo, it is best that you do not hang around these people. These people are official drama starters, bullshitters, and do nothing but try to rile a mess. But Will Aries, Riri, Joyce, these people have nothing to stand on. These people love riling other people up, but they do nothing for real, for real. It is best in this public service announcement that you stay the fuck away from these people because they don't even know how to fucking apologize when they wrong. You got a mom and daughter hanging out on TikTok Live, but won't even stand up for some shit that's right. But they'll stand up for the bullshit. So if you heard me say any of these people's names and you're watching this video and you happen to come across them, these are weird ass, unaccountability ass people. They have nothing to stand on and they love riling you up on some bullshit, but they'll never stand in the fire themselves. They'll let your ass get in trouble though. They'll let your ass get in trouble. Your ass, they'll let you get in trouble. They'll let you do all the footwork while they sit back and do nothing. Except for, which I can, and you should be careful. That Pringle can. Should be careful. Putting my fucking face on the Pringles can. Dalton, Riri. Are you named in something? Because the minute I stop saying your name is the minute that you should be worried. When I stop speaking it and I just go on about my day, that's when you should be worried. I ain't did nothing to you. But you have plenty of evidence on yourselves of all the things that you have done. I've done nothing at all to you. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. And I'm not making threats either. Sarah. I'm not making threats either. I'm just saying you should watch what the hell you do to people. Professionally, you should just watch who you doing things for. It is the number one reason I don't want nobody, number one of many other reasons. Don't defend me because I don't want you to get caught up in no shit. I would hate to have one of y'all show up today, have to have shown up today for some shit you was doing for me. Ain't that some bullshit if you would have had to shown up today for some shit that you was doing for me? And then I don't show up? Imagine that. Just think about that. Think about that real quick. Imagine you did some shit for me and I don't show up. Imagine that. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing and you didn't show up? The fuck? Stop defending people. Stay, hey, to the clause. To the clause. Yeah, that social security number happened on your platform. There's a recording out there of somebody saying call the cops on me. I just wonder how that person's awareness. If you hang out with that individual, glad I don't call myself awareness and just a news station. She said, call the cops on me. And your person didn't even show up today. Huh. Yeah.
Hi.
Good. Hey, man.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Can I make a request? Because I have a special dinner tonight that you
Yes.
do it before 5:30 p.m. so I can really savor the gourmet burgers and the wine.
Oh, it's happening before 5. I gotta get up out of here.
Oh, good. Okay.
Let me play this last song and get up out of here. Cause yeah, it could definitely happen before 5. Cause I have to cook. We gotta vote on what's for dinner tonight.
Can you please do a favor from the entire congregation?
Let me write down.
Please tell your wife, your mother, your children, and anyone else that was directly affected emotionally, physically over this nonsense that we send a sincere congratulations. And we are so happy that the right things have prevailed. And they want to let you know you're almost at 200,000. Okay. And it's not at 5 o'clock. We were requesting before 5 p.m. because I have to go out tonight.
Okay.
And I was just being selfish because I'm really happy and it's going to just make for a really nice day. It's really great to see the right people winning and the right things and outcomes occurring, because it does give people hope that in the face of adversity or dark times that the right things can occur. And as much as you had to handle the weight of the world on your shoulders with all of this, and it's not over, so please, people, still be very no names in chats. Please don't start boasting. There's no need to boast or brag. We will all stay humble, and you can just say dismissed proudly. But we can all just continue to do what we're doing. You guys all helped him get there because you followed the rules of what he asked.
We don't want dismissed on the next one. That's all I'm gonna say.
We don't, but we
Yeah.
also just want to make sure that nobody gets ahead of themselves and starts jumping around the app saying the wrong things. So just a friendly reminder, this is a proud day for everyone, but especially for Petty and his family, and that continue to just roam the streets the way that you have been, because that was the reason why this helped assist to go in this direction while he had to do this head on.
Amen. Amen.
All right. Well, again, congratulations. Really awesome news.
I will send that message as well.
Please, we all want to let your family know that we did our best to help you quietly and just by your side. So thank you.
I know my mama watching.
Yay, congratulations, mama.
Yeah, I know my mama watching. Yeah. Nah, later after the news broadcast. Later when I get back here.
Okay, you have a great day.
Question.
You too.
I don't know if you can answer it or not, because I'm gonna be like kind of on the next
one. I'll cut you off if you know me. I'll cut you off.
Okay. On the next one, if it's a no-show, is it an automatic win?
Can't I?
Yeah. Okay.
Not.
That's fine.
Not
it's
for,
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's good. Don't talk about it.
That's too much. That's too much meat. That's too much meat. That's too much.
Right.
Meat. Yeah.
I was trying to word it to where it wouldn't
anything.
be, but I'm not very good at that. So
I'm not trying to give anybody anything.
Oh my gosh, Farrell, you're giving me a panic attack. We don't need to talk about
sorry. I'm sorry.
Just
that's where my brain goes. Like,
look,
my brain's always.
This is my thinking. Good things come to those that wait. So we need to just wait.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I know we want to know. We nosy cousins and we here, but we really do just have to stay respectful of his real life situation.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
No, girl, I just know. I'm just like, ooh, panic attack, girl.
I was just trying to not specifically talk about like your personal stuff. Just in a legal sense.
I will not be an attorney for anybody.
You're fine. You're good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. We're not attorneys over here.
That's right.
You're good.
That's right.
No, we don't use Google Law School.
Yeah, we don't use Google.
Here. No.
Speak for yourself.
I spire out on Google, so no, I do not use Google anymore because I've Googled like symptoms, and then all of a sudden I'm dying. So.
I just want to take a quick left and get you guys' thoughts on meat with fruit.
What the heck?
Meat and fruit paired together.
Like eating them together?
Charcuterie board?
I don't know if that counts. It's the snark is dead set against meat with fruit. I'm making a cranberry balsamic glazed chicken tonight, and she's like, "You people and your fruit."
I would eat that though.
Right? And I'm like, have you not ever had apples on pork or chicken? Like, I love fruit in salads with chicken.
Yeah, true.
Listen, I don't know, man. I can't. I don't do like meat and fruit combinations. I think it's really weird. Like,
Wait a minute, you don't eat like turkey?
I worked for this guy for a while, and he was from Morocco, and they do a lot of that, and he would always try to get me to do that. But my mother used to make like sweet and sour pork and pineapples and meat, and no, ma'am, I can't. The sound of it. No, y'all can have that. Not
You don't wait turkey cranberry sauce together Thanksgiving?
no.
Street Snark, let me go ahead and get everybody in an uproar real quick. There's nothing like some wonderful pineapple on a nice, large meat lover's pizza.
Ew.
I love
hands
making
down.
chicken kebabs with onions, pineapple, and chicken.
Absolutely not. Hey, you know that Bugs Bunny meme where he says "you"? That's me. That's me. It's not happening.
Well, I think that what is it? The cinnamon glazed baked apples on some chicken or some pork chops.
No, Victoria just told me to eat some chicken with some apple salsa, and I said absolutely the fuck not.
Absolutely. If you guys haven't found apple salsa, find it. I find it at local farms, and it's incredible. Oh my goodness.
I like fruit, but not on my meat. I gotta
mango
go.
salsa, pineapple salsa. It's so good. These are like real world issues I felt like I had to bring up. This is it's important to me.
I came up here to give this to Snark, god damn it, but I took forever to find it, and now my shit won't fucking. Goddamn, Mark, I'm sorry, but here's Snark. I had it.
She sent. Oh my god, no, because I think she sent me that when I told.
She said it, and I was like, "Holy shit, I have that." Wait a second, I should have went and screenshotted it. I can tell you're sick. I hope you feel better, but I did go and get it. I went and searched in the dungeon, and you can ask Katie. My phone's full of bullshit, so it was a hell of a search. But I was looking, okay.
Speaking of search, Petty, what's the face?
Picture of her wife on there.
I mean, what's in this? Salsa.
I mean, it's salsa.
Ah, hell no. I don't know that combination. Now, everything else is good. This is like regular salsa.
What combination?
Tomatoes, onions, bell peppers. I don't know. I have to test try it. One of those carts. One of those carts at the store. One of those try carts.
Are you one of those? You're scared to try different things?
No, I need to taste it first before I take it home.
Apple chutney on pork chops? Yes.
Yeah, I need to try it first before I start making stuff. I try anything. Don't mean I'm gonna go make it now.
I'm here for it.
Shoot.
I know you're trying to leave. But is there any other votes off the island happening, or is
Later
it
today? We are.
Okay,
Later
but is it just yesterday, or do you have somebody else that might be getting voted off? I'm just asking.
Did you have somebody in mind?
I mean, I'm feeling a little messy, so if you want me to come back later.
I mean, can you just put it into my ear so I can think about it?
I've got somebody in mind.
You gonna say it? If you say me, Robert, I swear to God.
I feel like Katie needs to be voted off the island today. She can return tomorrow, but I feel like for today, we might need to.
There they are.
You know what? Can I talk to Karen?
Okay. Katie, come on, put it in my ear. Put it in my ear.
Muffin Man. Did you hear me?
You know, I need to have a conversation with someone before I even. Hey, let's come back to that.
Okay. All right. See ya.
Hey,
you gotta call me first.
Hey, you too.
You gotta call me first, Tom. I don't know what the fuck you mean. Executive decisions. You was busy or something. You were supposed to call me yesterday. I've been waiting on this fucking phone call. God damn it.
Okay. Yes, right.
Can I have an objection?
Oh God.
I have an objection. Can I advise you to speak with the trusted counsel before the trusted advisors before any decisions are made?
Yeah, of
Or,
course. Yes.
that'd be my only like that's my only say so on the whole situation. After me
I
saying
agree.
that right there, I want nothing else to do with it. But I will be go back down to the comments.
I
We
agree.
just have a lot of information we feel you need to know about, and there's a lot of pattern behavior that I want to bring to your attention before.
Let's not
That's
discuss it on live.
yeah. That's that. That's just a brief.
Yep.
There you go.
Let's not discuss anything out loud.
Can I also say that I am not involved in the we.
Okay.
Robert uninvolved himself last night.
No, he
Oh.
hasn't been involved at all, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, he's just been there for us to cry about it and be baby back bitches because we're baby back bitches sometimes.
No. I don't know who
we is, but weird flex.
Yeah, let's not have this conversation on live. It's
No,
definitely
I just wanted to come
yeah.
up here and say that I'm calling Robert out because I'm genuinely upset. He told me that he has a group of trusted advisors, and I'm real upset about that because I'm not.
Petty, look, okay, so look, let me explain it to you, Petty. So we all know sometimes I'll be making dumb decisions, right?
Mhm.
Like I just be, just be going off a whim, just be, here acting foolish sometimes. So, like I felt it was in my best interest to come, to gather a group of very trusted, knowledgeable, wise women
I agree.
to run some of the dumb ideas before I just go here and look foolish.
I agree. That's why there's a council. That's why
I'm a knowledgeable wise. Let me get down. I'm gonna cuss you out.
there's a council. I understand you, Robert. I understand. Robert, I'm gonna have you down so I can leave and come back because that's a hell of a topic. That's a hell of a topic. Let me get on up out of here. That's actually my favorite.
I know, and I got it so fast. I was so surprised. It was at my door today. But anyways, I got the gray Pastor Petty 77 News.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I'm actually proud of that logo. That's my favorite.
I also ordered a shirt, and I might order some. Oh my gosh, it's so smooth on the inside.
Yeah. Nice
It
quality
reminds me
too.
of those Nike hoodies.
Yeah. Nice quality too. Yes, very comfy. They are.
They're very comfy. These are super thick. It's like super fleecy inside. It is super comfortable. I'm glad I got it.
Yeah, I don't want to. I be keeping mine on.
Yeah, I'll probably wear this.
I can't even show mine because I got stains on it. And
I ordered a shirt today, and I might order me some pants because I thought, and I might have to get my kiddo an outfit too because I didn't realize there was Young Petty outfits. So.
Designed by Young Petty. Anyways,
this is one of the hoodies, so I just wanted to show it.
Thank you, Tutal.
You're welcome.
I'ma leave y'all. Council members, if I reach out to you, of course it's going to be advice. Yeah. Still holding votes on those other ones, but yeah. I know, yeah. Holla at you.
Fuck 'em all and they mama, how many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with them. Hold it down, whole time I know you got some for him. us.